Welcome to Tarot After Dark. Be careful I don't burn my nose hairs with that. Welcome to Tarot After Dark. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, if you're listening to this first part, you're probably watching the replay. Hit that like button, watch through, make sure you ask any questions you might have. But the whole purpose of Tarot After Dark is for those tarot buffs out there to play with your cards a little bit, okay? Now, I've gotten some backlash from some people commenting saying tarot isn't for fun, and it's like, go take a pill because tarot is for however you want it to be. And I like to approach it from make it fun, make it light, because realistically, we learn better when we're having a good time than when we have to take things too seriously, especially for something like this, you know? Hey, Trish, good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Cards are all loaded and ready to go. Now I get hot. We should be fine. We should be fine. So if you have cards, bring your cards along. Now, the thing with playing with tarot, I know at least my personal experience, I didn't have a lot of people to, practice with or anything like that. Like in the beginning, I definitely wasn't ready to do readings for people. I'm talking more about having somebody to practice with, like a fellow student and stuff like that. And that's kind of why I had this brainiac idea to do these kind of live streams to get a feel for who's out there that wants to experiment a little bit and play with tarot, and therefore play with your intuition a little bit so you can start trusting it a little more. The thing with intuition is we think it's this thing outside of us that we're going to somehow gain knowledge on, when in fact it's something that comes from within us. Like, I used to think it would be this voice I would hear that wasn't my own, and yet all the time it was just my own voice. And of course we question it, right? We question it because we don't think we're the expert. But here's the thing, we're the expert of ourselves. We're the ones who know ourselves better than anybody, but we give away our power and give it to someone who we think is the expert. So with that said, anything that I share with you, any suggestions that I have for you, if they don't resonate, don't worry about it, okay? Trust yourself. Don't trust me, trust yourself. But I'm always here to give you insight, to give you, a shoulder to lean on when it comes to wanting to be more interested in tarot. And you might not have other people around that kind of get it. Maybe you're around people who think it's bad or evil, or they're just like, what the heck? Why are you so interested in it? All right. What people don't understand is that play is serious. Yeah, but again, it's not even serious, right? But it is for entertainment. And the thing is, I actually approach it, it's even more than just entertainment. It's self-development. I've used tarot for years just for myself, for personal development. And, it's not to say, should I this, should I that? Never ask yes or no questions of tarot. You're never going to get the answer you want. Or you're going to look at the card and you're going to be like, is this a yes? Is this a no? I can't tell. And then we start making our own shit up. And then we're confused more than ever. And it's like, I don't know. And, for years, I actually had cards and I put them away because I'm like, I'm too frustrated with this. I don't really understand how to use them. So I kind of gave up. And instead, I went using oracle cards. And now oracle was the gateway for me to start trusting the messages that came through. But it was also me learning that I didn't always need to refer to the book to get the message that I needed for me. So use tarot for nobody else but yourself to start. And if you get people kind of hassling you, like, when are you going to do a card reading for me? And only do things if you're comfortable. That's the number one key. Never force yourself to do tarot readings if it doesn't feel right. Because for one, your energy isn't going to be right. There's your energy is going to be kind of closed off. You're going to be thinking with your head and not with your heart, because I believe that our intuition comes from our heart, not from our head. Our head, our mental energy helps us make sense of things, but sometimes it really gets in the way and it takes over and it tries to get logic in there, and logic and intuition don't always mix together. But again, it depends on everybody's experience, right? So I want to start out by just saying, well, I've been starting out for now 5 minutes, so never mind that. I would love for you, if you have your tarot cards with you, to pull a card. What do I need to be aware of right now? See, it's always good to frame something with, give it a direction, give it a framework, right? If we're going to pour cement somewhere, we're going to want a framework to pour it so it has somewhere to solidify, right? Not that I'm comparing tarot to cement. Okay, I just did, but whatever. So we pull a card and we're giving it a framework, we're giving it an intention, and that's, what do I need to know right now? So pull your card, and if you want, put it in the chat. Let me know what you pulled. Here, I've got this little, got this banner. So pull a card, just pull one card only. And if you want to, share it in the chat. Share what you picked up from it, share its name. If you're wondering what it might mean for you, then put that too, and we can work on it together. So here we go. I'm going to pull one. There we go. Oh, good. Only one came. It's so interesting because just before I went on live, I was thinking like, yeah, it's the new moon tomorrow, and it's always a good time to shift our own energy. So the card that I pulled was the moon. And the moon, to me, some readers think of it as, it's not as good a card, like it could have like ominous energy to it. But for me, the moon is just a reminder to go a little bit deeper to what's unseen. Now, it also depends on the phase of the moon. And in this case, we are nearing very closely the new moon, which is realistically, we're not seeing the moon. The moon is in a state of not being reflective of that masculine sun energy. So to me, the new moon is really in its feminine energy. And that just feels like it's going inward. It's being a little more quiet. It's being a little more reflective. And it's being aware of where we might be really sensitive. And I didn't say oversensitive. I said sensitive, because our senses are what help us determine how we live our life, how we make decisions. And maybe there's been a time where you didn't really have the time or the energy or the what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe there was like distraction that have been preventing you from having the time to be still, to be quiet enough to start hearing your own feelings, your own thoughts. And maybe that was purposeful, because sometimes if we're trying to avoid something, we'll keep ourselves busy. We'll do things. We'll do anything but the thing we want to do, which is sometimes being still enough to hear our own thoughts. But the only way to really get through anything is to hear our own thoughts and to go deeper to that stillness, so we can reflect on whatever it is that we need to work through, work on, that sort of thing, right? All right. Hey, shout out. Okay, I'm going to try and pronounce it. 99. That's all I'll say. Okay, and you got the Wheel of Fortune. Awesome. So what message did you get from that? And it's interesting that Trish and I both pulled major arcana cards. Because sometimes a major arcana it doesn't always mean that there's something major going on in our life, but that it's something it's like, hey, pay a little more attention to this. This is something that might be prominent. This is something that might come up, right? And the thing is, sometimes, when you're first playing with cards or you're not as experienced with them, you pull one card and you instantly you want to pull more cards to get clarity. But I challenge you to just stick with the one card and really dive a little deeper. And I guess that's what the moon message that's coming up as well is really, don't just do the surface thing. Oh, this is what it's about. Or, and by all means, if you have to look at the book, look at the book. Yes, I said it. I used to be one to say, take the book and throw it. But hey, we all learn in different ways. But I always recommend that you look at the card first, you tune into the message you receive from it, and then you look at the book. And it's not to say the book is it might say something different, but don't think, oh, I got it wrong. Go, oh, this is an additional message. Because I always believe in intuitive tarot over structured tarot, because otherwise all us readers would read the exact same way and we wouldn't really need to be readers, would we? It'd be kind of senseless, right? And Trish says the outcome depends on what we're willing to reveal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either to ourselves or to others who we share our limited light. Yeah. We share out limited light. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. That's what you got from the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, going back to this one card, you can't see it because it's a little blurry, but I'm looking at, we see the number of it. I love the energy of numbers, and it's 18. And you put them together, 1 + 8 is 9. So 9 is nearing completion, ready to complete and start a new cycle. So I like that for this to come up for this new moon, because new moon is always about new moon wishes and having that fresh, clean, clear slate, like we're starting something new, like a new day, a fresh new piece of paper, a fresh new journal or notebook. We always feel so much more optimistic, and we're like, I'm going to treat this differently. Okay, maybe it's just me. I have this new notebook and I'm going to be writing in it neat and tidy, and realistic by the second page, it's scrawly. but it's that feeling we get, something crisp and new, the opportunity to do things from a different energy. Even though it might be something the same we do, like, you get up in the morning, it's like you got to go drive to work, you do it all the time, but there's just a renewed, fresh energy when maybe going to work wasn't a good one. But there's a renewed, fresh energy when you're putting on the new clothes that you have, like beginning of school. I used to love having, all my fresh new stationery and school supplies and just ready to yeah. And there's an energy to that. And for me, the new moon is like that too. If you stop and give yourself time to wallow in it, right? You're pulling another card? Okay. I'm sticking with the same card. One card. Follow the rules. Follow the rules, Trish. Just kidding. Because there's always more to see from that one. And what is the message that you're meant to really dive into? I'm also noticing in this, there's a lot of blue. Blue is the color of communication, the color of your throat chakra. And it's really, and I'm drawn to how she's just allowing herself to be floating. Sometimes I get this card and it depends on the position it's in, if I'm doing a layout or a spread, and it might show up with a negative energy, right? And the negative energy would be that you're just not putting any effort into something, or you're kind of giving up. But for now, I really feel that this is definitely something that feels like it's that fresh opportunity, but you're only going to get it if you give yourself the time and the space to breathe and go inward. Now, you don't have to be like a Zen monk and do it for 24 hours or whatever. Give yourself the length of time that you have. Everybody's lifestyle is different, right? The smell of eraser dust. Oh, that's going back a ways. No, I don't think I ever smelled eraser dust. But I do like the smell of a book. That's one of the first things I do is I crack a book open, and I don't know what it is about it, but I like it. No. Look at the card. Is she rising to the surface or sinking? Yeah. See, that's another good thing. And realistically, yes, it's both, but it's what your perception is in that moment. And that's the key too. What are you initially picking up when you look at a card? Trust that. Trust that over what the book might tell you. The book is definitely going to give you more perspective that you can take into consideration. But I say believe in yourself too. Believe in the message that you got from it, right? And in the traditional Rider-Waite deck with this one here, there's no woman floating around. There's a little lobster, crayfish, whatever coming out of the water, but there's still the two animals, the two canines, the wolf and the dog, showing those opposite sides of ourselves, showing our wild instinctive side and showing our domesticated side. So if you pull this card, like, notice, what do you notice? What did you notice first? Obviously, when you stare at it long enough, you're going to notice absolutely everything. So it's really kind of important when you're reading or looking at your cards to notice what you saw first, because to me, that's the hint of what this message is meant to tell you, right? So, sorry, I'm a little distracted here. I've got to turn my phone dingity dangities off. I don't know what that is, dingity dangities. So, yeah, now once you've kind of thoroughly taken a look at that, at the card and what you picked up for it, you can definitely like journal, write some things down, that sort of thing. Let's see. I think she's rising. Yeah. Good perspective. We both got moon cards. So I thought you got the Wheel of Fortune. Are there other people here? I only see you commenting. I must be missing other comments coming through. So if someone else is commenting and I can't see it, I apologize if I haven't been answering you. So, oh, there we go. Hello. Nice to see you. Do you have a tarot deck with you? Maybe you just are here to get a tarot message, perhaps. Watch now is up to 4. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, sometimes people just want to look and not comment. I'm used to that kind of thing. I'm an introvert. I totally get it. So, yeah. So after you've kind of looked through the whole card and you've kind of figured out what the message is, maybe you've looked at the book, maybe you've journaled on it a little bit. Shout out to my tarot playbook if you want that. It's only $9 digital download. Let me know. You can then pull another card to go with it. Sometimes you want to pull an oracle card, or maybe you want to pull another tarot card. And you definitely can. You can pull another tarot card from the same deck. But what I like to do, yeah, several tarot decks. Yeah, I like to pull from another deck. Yeah, you want a card? Let me know. What do you have a question? Is there something specific you want a card on? I will just let me know and we'll get to that. And yeah, like Trish we like to have several decks. And the reason I like to use a different deck is because maybe the moon card comes out again. When I see the same card come through again, to me, it's always the universe saying, I mean what I say. It's like a highlighter to say yes. I always get super excited when that happens. And rarely it happens. It happens more than it happens a lot, but rarely do I get a few of them in the same reading. And that's super exciting. Like, get a life, Lorraine, right? All right, let's pull a clarifier for this moon card now. And if you shuffle, just what I like to do is I like to shuffle and think about the card or think about the question or the person or what have you. And this one just sticking up. Okay, they're all upside down. I'm holding the whole deck upside down. All right, we've got the Four of Cups. So I'm pulled this as a clarifier to my moon card. And my message from before with the moon was that I'm thinking about with this 4 card is having the time to yourself, to give yourself the time to go inward and that. And to me, this 4 of Cups is definitely that. But it also feels like this might be for someone who, whenever they do slow down and go inward, they get into a state of thinking about things that have gone wrong or things that are wrong in their life, or they ruminate over the troubled portions of their life. So that therefore they don't like to sit and meditate because all of that stuff comes kind of crashing in. And it really feels like this is the time to allow yourself to go there so you can start cleaning some of that energy up. It's another thing with the moon energy or this new moon energy that's happening tomorrow is the time to clear things up so you can start anew. And we do that by allowing ourselves the feelings and going toward our inner feeling inventory, if you will. So we can think about what we're willing to release, and we can think about what's been draining our energy unnecessarily, because sometimes we don't have control over what's going on around us, but we have control over what we think and what our feelings are. So yeah, we can't change the world, but we can change our inner selves. And when we give ourselves the time to just sit and relax, and I know this 4 of Cups, sometimes it's seen as despondency or boredom in that, but for this reading and what I'm intuitively picking up is that when you can sit and focus on your heart, yeah, their arms are folded, but maybe they're thinking more of their heart and their solar plexus, and they're allowing the release of anything that no longer serves them. They're emptying these cups representing the emotions, and they're getting themselves to a state where they are able to receive and they are able to accept their circumstances and then move forward. One of my favorite things to say and hear is it is what it is. And that in itself is a type of surrender, not giving up, but surrendering to, yep, this is happening, or this sucks, and this is what it is. What can I do from there? And it starts with how you feel, and how you feel can then start with what you think, and then you can go and move forward from there. So that's a message that I just got up. All right, so D. Sevenson, finances. You want info about your finances? All right, let's put these cards back. Sure thing, buddy. I love that. Sure thing, buddy. I'm Capricorn, but identify as Taurus during December. Maybe there's Taurus in your chart that's prominent. That's great. Let me know if you want a card pull. Let's go back up to D. Sevenson. All right, your finances. Okay, so put your feet on the floor if you can. Take a deep breath. Open your heart. Open your heart space. And be open to receive the message you're most meant to hear. Okay, that one flipped over. Oh, and that's so funny because it's the same card, but a different deck that I just pulled, the Four of Cups. So here, let me get that distracting banner at the bottom out of the way. That was distracting me. So Four Cups, as it relates to your finances, it feels like you feel like things are stuck and at a standstill, and maybe focused on the lack, focused on, of course, we're going to do that. I mean, it makes sense. You know, the bank account is draining. My credit card is going up. Oh no, of course we're going to focus on that. It makes sense. But this card is reminding you to also see the blessings and be grateful for things. There's somebody in the personal development. His name's Ken Honda. Yes, like the car and the motorcycle. Who does things with abundance, and he says to thank your money. And you know, he's Japanese, arigato, so it's arigato money. So when you are using your bank card or paying for something, paying a bill, being grateful for paying the bill. I know it sounds weird, but having the ability to pay the bill, even though you'd rather spend it on something else maybe, but having that gratitude for having the money to do it, or having the credit to pay it for now if you're really in dire straits, that shifts the energy. And that's definitely putting you more focused on how money can work for you. Like, think of it like a relationship. You know, how would you treat your best friend? Are you only going to hit them up when you're in trouble? Or are you going to be grateful for them, you know, in times of trouble? Let me pull another one for you as well to go along with that, to see what we get. You got the Knight of Swords. This to me is about taking action, but it's mental action. Okay. This is about shifting how you think, and things will start to happen a lot quicker. Now, isn't it funny? I was talking about Honda motorcycles, and there's a motorcycle. I don't think it's a Honda though. Looks like it might be a Cowie. I don't know. So this is really saying that what you can control are your thoughts and your feelings, kind of what I said before I pulled the cards for you. And this is saying when you do that, you're giving yourself a little bit of direction to focus. Instead of focusing on what the problem is, you're focusing on a possible solution, and you give yourself more ideas will come, more inspiration. Follow the higher inspiration, not the things that are dragging you down. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Let's see. KP, if you wanted to put me to pull one too. Okay, awesome. Okay. We got romance. I don't know what ones you're pulling for, Trish. It's things come in so much later. Hello, Maximilian. Yes, you sure ask a question. Hi, how are ya? Thank you. I hope that makes sense for you. You know, I mean, it's a start. Sometimes when we don't have much to work with, it's easy to kind of get, oh my God. And, you know, I totally feel that. I totally get it. You have no idea how much I get it. But it's really what we focus on, and release when you release the negative stuff as quickly as you can. Honor it. I'm not saying don't be worried or whatever. I mean, you're going to be human. You got to do what you got to do, but also you want to flip that energy so you're more focused on the inspiration. Yeah. Do you see me continuing in my current job or leaving it? All right. So yes or no questions aren't really the forte of tarot. So let's reframe your question a little bit here. Actually, I got to go back up because hang on a second. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to star your name, but we had someone ahead of you, Deborah. Deb. Romance. Okay, tune in to receiving the message you're most meant to hear. And I'll be honest, romance tarot isn't my superpower, but I think it's something I've resisted. So I'm just saying. My buddy, Delilah Zenden, she does great romance stuff. I don't know if she's here tonight. That's okay. It's Delilah Zenden, and you can follow her channel as well. But let's see what I can find for you, Deb. We got a picture of a dog sitting on a chair. I love it. Tarot Pup is healing. He got the cast off his broken leg on Tuesday. I'm very happy. It's still tender, though. Poor little pup. Okay. Focus. Be open to receiving the message you're most meant to hear, Deb. Oh, you got the World. So what I'm picking up is if you're waiting for something to be right, to be perfect, what I'm also almost getting is that you're kind of on the right frame of mind there. Normally that wouldn't be the advice I would think the card is giving. But what I pick up is that you've been having a lot of experience, or you've been trying to gain a lot of experience, or you've been trying to do more personal growth for yourself. So you're going to attract the right person into your life. And it feels to me like you've come close, but then the person might have fallen a little bit short. The thing is, we have high expectations sometimes, and rightfully so. We all should have high expectations. We shouldn't have to put up with energy or people that downplay our existence. However, sometimes when we put the bar too high, nobody can reach it, not even ourselves, really, if we think we're trying to measure up to our own list. So for you, it feels like you really know what you want, and you might have had circumstances recently or in the recent past where it's like, that didn't, and you start wondering if your bar is too high. And what I'm picking up for you is that it's not. You deserve to be treated properly, to be treated like you feel you can treat someone else. So keep that in the forefront as you move forward in a relationship, whether it's one you're seeking now or one you're in now. But there's some things you don't want to compromise on, and stick with that. Watch for red flags. They're red for a reason. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. All right. I'm new subs. Yay. Thank you. Hi, can someone explain how this works? So what works? How tarot works? How my tarot after dark works? Can you specify, please? Hi, Daniel. Hey, Zach, good to see you. Okay, let me star your thing there. So for Deb, Trish got the 10 of Cups. She's pulling clarifier. So here, let me explain what Suleiman was asking. Tarot After Dark, it's about, I have fellow tarot buffs and tarot readers in the comments, Trish being one of them. And she's also pulling a tarot card as like a clarifier to go along with the message that has been come through from me. And so for Deb, she got the 10 of Cups, focus on family and happiness. I love that. That is fantastic. And then Deb saying, thank you so much. And yes, I have been working. Yes, good. And pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a kiss in the mirror because you are worth it. And I love that Trish pulled that 10 of Cups because that is the card of happily ever after. It's the card of filling all your cups. It's the card of destiny. I mean, that along with the World, those are two really, really, really good cards. Yes. Yes, we're doing intuitive readings. Exactement. Hi from India. Hello. We have many ghosts. That's profound. All right, let me go back up to find Maximiliano. Maximiliano. If I'm saying that right. Okay, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I'm going to grab a slurp of water. And everyone say thank you to Trish. PB8108 in the comments. She's been pulling cards too. Hey. Oops, hey. Yeah, I'm finding it. Do you see me continuing my current job or leaving it? And now I love this because I've been working on my tarot spread matchmaker to come up with a bunch of different ways to reframe questions. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to try and use my brain to do it. So this would be more of this would almost be a few cards, but I'm going to pull one and go from there. And it's like, how am I going to word this? What can Maximilian focus on in their current job? Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, that's too many cards. It's like I'm taking up juggling now instead of shuffling. Okay. All right. Well, we got two. So I've got the 6 of Pentacles. So to me, it feels like, is this worth it for the effort you put in and the money you make? This is a question you can ask yourself, because I'm a believer that tarot can help you dig a little deeper in your own circumstances. It's not something that's going to be like a crystal ball and tell you do this and do that. So this is something for you to contemplate. Is your effort worth the money you get paid? Okay. And the other card I got is the Knight of Wands. And to me, this is about, are you happy in the job you're doing? Like, do you feel inspired when you get up in the morning to go to work, or maybe you're on night shift? I don't know. I feel like you want to be inspired in your work. And just from the fact that you're asking if you should leave it, to me, it's like maybe you don't feel like it's a fulfilling job. Now, of course, jobs aren't easy to get. It's not like, I'll get another one. I mean, if only, right? So I always recommend that maybe you see what else is out there, but don't quit before you have something else lined up. But this to me is just saying that maybe look and see what you can get. However, I feel this card is also saying that even while you're doing that, even if you're in a job that you don't really like that much, find something that will allow your energy to be balanced. All right. Maybe you don't care about your coworkers. You don't like them too much, or maybe you don't really like the job you're doing. But what I'm trying to say is find something you do like about it, even if it's just the paycheck you get at the end, because you want to have that energy going in. What the energy you put in is the energy you get out. And that to me is what this 6 of Pentacles is about. It's about energy in, energy out. Everything is is balanced. That's how you can be a little more proactive in whatever it is you're doing, even if it's looking for something else, because you want to find something that really lights you up, that gives you that inspiration, that thing that gives you the drive you want to stick with the job or to find another job that brings that to you. So that's the tarot cards advice for you. Hope that was good. All right. Oh, he's your baby. Big hugs. Oh, thank you. Sorry I didn't see that sooner. I hope you're still here. I'm just going to scroll for a second. Okay, for Max, you got the Six of Swords. Interesting, another six. What would staying or leaving do for you? Yeah, see, and I think Trish is confirming what I was saying, that you need to take time to kind of weigh the pros and the cons of what it is to stay and go or go. Like, what are the pros and cons of staying? What are the pros and cons of leaving? There's always going to be risk. It's like, what is the least resistance toward it? Yes. Yeah, I know. She's awesome. Where will I be a year from now, career-wise? Okay, I'm going to star that. Thank you. Hey, Sunflowers Moon Power. Glad to see you here. All right, let me go back up. I need to find Zach. Zach, where are you? There you are. Any encouragement messages coming through for me at this time? Now, those are questions tarot can answer. But hey, the yes or no ones, that challenges me to reframe them. So that's okay if you bring those in. I'm not, what's the word? I'm not judging you for your question. I'm trying to inspire and yeah. Anywho, Zach, let's tune into what you most need to hear right now. Okay, 2 cards tumbled out just as I was saying that. I love this. You've got the King of Pentacles and you've got the Star. To me, this is a message from your mom saying that she's good. She's good. She's good where she is, and she wants that for you as well. And look to the stars when you need to talk, when you need to vent, when you need to wish and trust that life can be happy again. You kind of want to cry. That's your message, Zach. Big hugs to you. Whenever I pull this card now, I think of my sister. She's in spirit too. This was the first card I pulled after she passed, and I knew it was her looking down on me. Yeah. Aww. Thank you for being here, my friend. All right. Anyone else got some tarot cards they're going to pull? Like, we're here to play and practice, and we got people who have questions. Let me do some scrollies. Okay, I'll get some clarifying. I'm trying to get a better job. Okay. True what you say. Okay. Yeah. Daniel, hello. I'll star your name. Hopefully you're still here. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, we gotta help each other out. I hope that was a good message for you. Oh, Zach, Trish pulled a card. An oracle card, Warrior. Have you answered your deepest calling? I love that. Sometimes we have to be a warrior when we're in an emotional state or we start getting in our heads about something. We got to fight for ourselves. But are we fighting for ourselves or are we fighting for our limitations? Because sometimes we do that too. But I can't. But, right? Hello. Let me star your name, and I'm going to go back up and see who else. Oh, okay, we did Zach. Here we go. Mystical G. Where will I be a year from now? Where do you want to be? Let's see what tarot has to say. What messages tarot has for mystical. So tune into receiving the message you're most meant to hear. All right, well, I got the 4 of Pentacles. And what I pick up from this is that you're going to be in a place where you'll be more in control of your income. So it feels like you're going to find something that's a little steadier. But I'm also picking up that you might still want to kind of budget and watch what you spend, because if you're going to be in a new job, it's not always solidified. You know how some jobs you have like a 90-day period where it's just like they'll evaluate you after that and see how it goes. But it feels like you're going to find something that's a lot steadier than you have already. So I hope that makes sense for you. I wonder if Trish pulled a clarifier. All right, I'm going to... Okay, let's see, Zach. Well, grateful so much. Really needed that manifold. So happy and grateful. Oh, I'm glad those came out for you. When I saw those, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. It's just what you needed. It's that virtual hug we all need on those tender moments, right? Okay, BRB, gotcha. Yeah, she pulled cards too. Love it. You are welcome. Good luck with everything. Keep us posted. Okay, let me see who else is here. Daniel. Oh, you're from Zimbabwe. Awesome. Cancer. Can you pull a few cards for me? A few? We'll see what comes out. I don't know if you had a specific question, so just tune in to receive the message you're most meant to hear. Hopefully you're still here. Let me know. Let me know if you're still here, Daniel. Thank you for being here from Zimbabwe. That's amazing. Must be morning time for you then. Tarot daylight instead of tarot after dark. Tarot in the daylight. Okay. You're here. Awesome. 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 Ooh, oh yeah. I got hints for you. Let me highlight, star your name. That's what I'm all about. I love sharing. Sharing is caring. Okay. Daniel, what does Daniel most need to hear right now? Woof. Here's your few cards. Okay, you got 2. You've got the Ace of Cups and you have the 5 of Cups. To me, this is a choice of what you can focus on. Sometimes things are going to come in and they're going to make you feel like they're out of your control. They're going to make you feel like you're sad, or things aren't happening the way you want to, or you're remembering past hurts. And it's going to feel like things aren't really working out in your favor. But this Ace of Cups is reminding you what you have control over: your heart, your generosity to yourself, to those you care about, to people you don't even know. You can just be yourself. Care for yourself first, always, but not at the detriment of someone else. And don't care more for someone else than you do for yourself. There's real balance there. So this, to me, this 5 of Cups is letting go of all of the past things that have made you think you weren't good enough, or made you think you needed to do better, because you're doing things in a way that is really, you light up people's lives with yourself. I get the feeling of that anyways. Maybe you're someone who is always trying to cheer everybody else up, and it's okay if they don't cheer up, because sometimes people have to go through that cycle of sadness or whatever. But don't think it's your fault that they're not willing to cheer up. I don't know why that message needed to come out, but hopefully that makes sense for you. Thank you. And I'm thinking this is for Daniel. Four of Swords, take time to think about what you're doing. Okay, there we go. Oh, you're up early or late. 4:48 a.m. Wow. Yeah, and right. So it's probably 4:50 a.m. right now because it's 6:50 p.m. here in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Well, I don't know if it's beautiful or not. It's pitch black out. Okay. So cool that there's people all over the world. I mean, I know there's people all over the world, but it's cool that I get to talk with people all over the world. Okay, here we go. Are you here, Emrago? Emrago, let me know if you're here. Let's see if we can pull a card for you. Oh, it's 2:50 in the morning there. Wow. You guys are early birds or late birds? Night owls? And you're from Europe. Oh, cool. I love it. Hi. Oh, you're Elaine? Hey, Elaine. I'm Lorraine. Or maybe you're calling me. I don't. Anyways, let's just do this. Okay, let's go back up to your actual question. It's so hard having these one-way conversations sometimes, right? Now I lost it. Something about a mobile home, was it? Where'd we go? Must have clicked off it. Okay. Anyways, I know you were asking about a mobile home. So let's see what the cards have to say about that situation. I got the Three of Pentacles. And what I pick up from this is it's like, it's not just you, this decision or this purchase involves other people as well. And to me, I'm just picking up that you can do your part, but you also have to allow other people. It's going to depend on other people, and we can't control other people. And I'm not saying it's not going to work out or that people are going to be difficult, but to me, it's just that it's a difficult question for the cards to answer. But it does involve other people. And if everybody works together and does their part, because it's not about people doing the exact same thing, then there's harmony in that. So there is that possibility, or I'm picking up that there's more than one of you, and you all need to be able to do your part in order for this to happen. So it's like a community effort or a group effort or a family effort. And if everyone does their part, it can work out. So that's what I pick for you. Chilling before bed. Oh, nice. Well, thank you for watching me on my channel as you're chilling. That makes me feel really good. Appreciate it. Yes. Yeah. So I hope that answered. Oh, and we have more dogs. Oh, so cute. Love it. Love it. You're very welcome. Okay. Let's go back up. Back up the bus. Okay. Sunflower Moon Power. I hope you're still here. Oh, and I have Deb too. I'll do you next. Okay. Well, let's do Sun Power. Sun Power, Moonflower. I'm mixing them all up together. It all sounds good. So I need some guidance with making a decision regarding adopting a kitty for New Year's. So not sure if tight time in our life, the right time in our lives right now. Okay. Well, see, there's your answer right there. I mean, if unless it's a kitten that you're doing someone a favor because the kitten is there now, Or is it that you want a kitten and you want to adopt a kitten you don't have any sights on right now, and it might not be the good time? Because to me, unless it's a kitten that you're trying to rescue now who needs help, then that's something to consider. But if it's just, I want a kitten and now might not be the right time, then I would kind of wait. But let's see what the cards have to say. It's not about me, it's about the cards. He didn't come here for my opinion. He came here for the cards' opinion. All right, top card. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm picking up that you kind of already know the answer and it's in your heart. And don't let yourself be influenced by other people, because you are the one that is needing to make this decision. And if it's a no for now, that doesn't mean it's a no forever. And you have to be okay with the decision you make and the fact that maybe you'll be disappointing someone else, but this is for the best. That's what I pick up. Ooh, that's a good question, Mystical. Any other? Let's see. Hopefully that got through. You know, if you put your mind to it, why the heck not? I'll pull a card in a second. I really want to go back up to Deb here. Any hints on reading tarot as I've just started? Well, make sure you download my free tarot cheat sheet, because that will help you understand how to read the cards without needing to memorize them. Because I'm a believer, don't try and memorize the cards, because you'll just freak yourself out when you pull a card and go, what does it mean? What does it mean? Instead of allowing your intuition to guide you. In the beginning, like when I first started, I kind of gave some tips with when I pulled a card and to look at one card and look at all the details. But yeah, download my tarot cheat sheet. There should be a link on my channel somewhere for that. It's the free thing. And more hints would be to trust what you know. We are all filters of our own experience. Okay, so you have experience in things. So when you pull a card, you're drawing from your own experiences, and that's totally okay, because that's what makes you a different reader than me, and then Trish and anyone else who reads cards. The cards, obviously, there's similarities because they have a basic meaning to them, but you need to give yourself the ability to use your own intuition as to what's coming up for it now. Like I can pull the same card for a different question, and it would, the message would be slightly different based on that question as well. And my other hint would be, before you pull a card, have a question or a query in mind first. Give it a framework. So when you pull it, you kind of know what it's meant to go toward. Like if you pull a 3-card spread, like before going to work in the morning, be like, this first card is, how do I feel now, or what's my circumstances now? The second card can be what might get in the way. And the third card could be how I'll overcome it. That's just an example. Like if you give things the card position, a framework, it's going to help you determine what the meaning of the card that ends up being pulled that's in that framework. I hope that makes sense. And keep watching my channel. Check out my stuff. I got lots of tarot learning stuff. It's Tarot After Dark. My brain's turned into mush here. Let me have a slurp of water. But yeah, stick around, ask questions, come to these, Tarot After Darks, because this is the time where we play with that kind of stuff. All right. Who did I miss? Mystical. Well, that's a yes or no question. Let's reframe it. What can you do to be a gifted and successful astrologer? Ooh, look at that. I love the Death card in this deck especially. Look at the potential. This is releasing the past way you've done things. It's mourning the past, and it's allowing for the rebirth of the future. So to me, it's start already thinking of yourself as an astrologer. To me, it's less of will you be gifted, and it's trusting you already are. It's just you have to unlock it a little bit. You've got to first unlock it in your heart to trust that it's within you. It's a natural state for you. And maybe circumstances in life and other people have helped us to feel like we aren't what we hope to be, from conditioning and different things like that. So when this death and rebirth is coming up, it's like the death to the old ways of looking at things or being, or listening to the people who don't get it. Let them say their piece and beak in your ear, but you don't have to take on the messages they share, because sometimes respectfully, our parents or whatever, we got to let them say their piece, but it doesn't mean we have to agree with them. Trust that you already are who you are and who you're meant to be. And to be successful at something, you definitely have to work at it. So start doing things now that can help you go toward that. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. Love to inspire. Oh, you got a lot of work. Get back up there, girl. Just kidding. Oh, I'm glad that helps a lot. Keep us posted. Meow or no meow. Keep us posted. Makes loads of sense. Thank you. Yay. Good, good, good. Oh, I love this deck. This is the Light Seer Tarot. Okay. By Chris Ann. She's Canadian too. Woohoo. So she follows the Rider-Waite, but her images, they really speak to me personally. I know a lot of people have this deck now because I've been speaking so much. I wish I got commission for it. But yeah, it's a really good deck. I think if you were going to use a deck for learning, I always recommend a Rider-Waite deck. And this is the closest thing, because the imagery on the Rider-Waite is not as modern as what this Light Seers Tarot one is. And I also think the book that goes along with it is really good at giving you descriptions of things, and it has a little affirmation. It shows you the light and the shadow side, which is also what's referred to as the reverse card, which, by the way, I don't always read reversals that have to come upside down. To me, it's the energy of the card or the energy of the question that determines whether it's the shadow side of the card or not. So you probably didn't ask all that, but you got those answers anyways. Tarot is like looking at the clouds. Yeah, exactly. Well said, Trish. Because what I see from my perspective might be different from what Trish sees. And it's not till Trish says, oh, I see blah, 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 that I can go, oh, yeah, I see that too. Like the perspective is everything. And I think it really builds together. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. Yeah, I agree. I love it. I use it a lot. It really helped me overcome my fear of using the Rider-Waite version. And now I don't mind this one either. So I'll use either one. So let's see. We've been on for about an hour. I'm sure Tarot Pup has to go out for a little walkies. I have the Wilderness Reflections. That sounds like an interesting deck. I'll have to look that up. All right. Any last question about tarot, or a question that to pull a tarot card on before we call it done? It is a great deck. Rider-Waite, I think there's an E at the end of his name. I also add Smith because Pamela Smith is the one who's the actual artist. So she's pretty unique character. Well, she was pretty unique character. Yeah. So if if it's in your budget, I recommend getting this one as well and having both of them, because having another deck that you resonate with can help you learn the other deck, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It has the same imagery, doesn't it? I also like some of the independent. No, what are they called? Yeah, independent decks, like indie decks that people create. Um, that are, most of them are based on the rider weight philosophy, and which is great because it gives, especially people who are new or learning, a framework that things are similar no matter who they watch. Oh, and that's another thing that I recommend, Deb, is watch YouTubers. Not me. Yeah, definitely watch me, subscribe, but not just me. Watch other YouTubers, see how they read, take note of what they pick up. And if anything resonates with you with the way they describe a card, then keep track of that. Create a little tarot journal. I also have a little $9 Canadian $9 product called the Tarot Playbook that has references in it. There's also room for you to write your own notes in there, and there's spreads and stuff like that. I don't promote myself enough, but there's that available as well if you're interested. But definitely get the freebie and you get on my mailing list and stuff, email list. Yeah, it's prettier. It's more radiant. They seem flat compared to yours. Well, they do, but at the same time, I feel like as I got more of an experience as an experienced reader, I could just see that I was looking at the I can't speak, the symbolism of them a little more. But to really kind of want to be, attracted to what comes. Speaking of which, look at that. Is really, it's just different imagery that just kind of draws you in. It's more modern, right? Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you look at that and you see this pentacle and you see roots. And what does that mean to you? Growth, nurturing what you grow, letting things have the time to root, right? Like you don't always get that from the Ace of Pentacles in the regular rider weight. Nine of Pentacles. What? Yeah, see, and it's what you resonate with. That's what matters the most. So, and if you're looking at stuff online, like see if you can look at images of the cards as well, so you can see if you resonate. Because I've seen other decks, I'm like, oh, I like that card, but then I looked at the rest of the cards, I'm like, the artistry doesn't really resonate with me. Okay, where were you? What about the Nine of Pentacles? This one is with sunflowers instead of pentacles. Very cool. It's hard having a two-way conversation or three-way conversation when it's only me talking. The introvert's talking all the time. What's with that? All right. Hey, if you're still here, make sure you hit that like button. If you need to find it, press the X on the chat, find the thumbs up. I would love that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000. It'd be nice to get there before the new year. Yeah. Pulling cards willy-nilly. Reflex pull. Who's that for? What's the message? Tell me. Was it for me? Are you going to pull a card for me, Trish? Tell you what, Trish, pull a card for me and I'll pull a card for you. How's that? Okay. All right. This one's for Trish. And hey, Deb, if you're still here, pull a card just for fun. If you're not sure what it means, just pick up what you think it means, or just pop it, write what the card is, and we can help you determine it. Yay. Okay. Trish and I, we started this game together. We're going to end this game. Well, this call. Oh, too many. I'm trying not to look because I see you commented something. Woo! That one flipped over. You got the King of Cups. Deep down, you know what you need to do. I think this pertains to one of the questions you'd asked before about education and stuff like that. To me, this is deep down, you really know. And to really trust your intuition. You think you trust it, but this to me is saying you can go so much deeper with it. Not to the point where it's normal everyday life that you need to trust it more. Not with the cards. The cards, you got them down pat, but it's almost like there's going to be a circumstance where you'll have that opportunity to just not even think about it and trust it. And it's like, and people, maybe your kids will be kind of like, wow. And you're like, yeah, I know. I'm pretty powerful. I love it. Oh, I got the World. Yay. Something has come to an end. Oh, I like to say something is just beginning. But yeah, that too. What else do you get? I like that. Oh, Deb got the Knight of Wands. Was that for me or was that for Trish? Knight of Wands. That to me is the energy of having the enthusiasm and the strength to push through whatever you need to push through. It's for Trish. Okay. So if we pair that with this King of Cups, you've got the Knight and the King. To me, that could be somebody coming into someone in your life, a person in your life, masculine energy. It's not always male or female, but someone that is exuding more masculine energy, and not saying that they're transgender or anything. And there's nothing wrong with they are, but it just feels like it's someone who's needing to initiate something. Maybe that's what I get. Who's that for? Something is rising. Was that for me again? So I got the World and the Sun. Awesome. And Christy just got here. Hi, Christy. Thanks for being here. Do you want a card pull before we go? Because I was just going to take Tarot Pup out for his little walk. But since you just got here, I wouldn't want you to just take your coat off for no reason and have to put it back on again. All right, Deb. Oh, I got the 8 of Cups. Nice. Do you pick up, like, what message do you get from that? And I'm not saying that as if I'm testing you. I'm like, I really want to know what your take on that is for a message. Okay, I'll get to you in a second. 8 of Cups. It kind of goes along with what Trish was saying with the World about something's come to an end. Like 8 of Cups to me is walking away. And if you're looking at the regular Rider-Waite, how they're stacked up, it looks like there's a spot missing for that 9th cup. So sometimes it could be needing to find completion. So walking towards something else. Yeah. All right, let's pull a card and thanks for pulling that for me. Okay, yeah. See? You already know what you're doing. Thanks for pulling that card. I appreciate it. Youthful ideas or new ideas are blooming in your mind. Oh, that was the Page of Swords. Well, who's that for? I like that. Especially love the Page of Swords with this deck. All right, Christy, where are you? Here we go. Let's see. Pull a card for Christy. Tuning in to receive the message you're most meant to hear. I feel like you need to ground your energy. Just as I say that, the card falls. And all you have to do is just take a deep breath, put your feet on the floor. 2 cards came. 6 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, managing your energy enough so that you have the energy to get your home in order. I feel like, I don't know if you're needing to do housework or something. I don't know why that came up with these cards, but it feels like maybe you've been feeling a little bit frantic over about something, and these cards are just reminding you the energy you put in is the energy you get out. So whatever you have to tackle or do or whatever, it's like put good energy into that. And to me, the three of pentacles is saying, and ask for help. You don't have to do things by yourself. Empower other people to give you a hand, or maybe it's you giving them a hand. And that's what I get. I hope it makes sense. Yes, you're welcome. For whoever needs it, always and forever. um another pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles. Blessings are coming. It feels like, yeah, like things are finally coming together, but it's going to take a little bit of effort, and it's going to be getting other people working together as well. So a lot of harmony can be there. Are you painting your paint? Oh, nice. Well, there you go. You know, if you're a little kind of nervous about it, like, to me, it's about being prepared. Make sure you mask off thing, like do it right. Don't just slap it on, is what I'm picking up. Is if you start, and that's the most boring part and almost takes longer than the painting itself, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. You'll love it. There you go. Yeah, help from a friend, maybe get them to do the boring stuff. Shh, don't tell them I said that. And you got the Fool. Okay. Can't find the color I love. But they can mix colors. Sometimes what they can do in the paint stores now is if you take a big enough piece of something that's the color you want, they can usually color match. You take it in and you ask them ahead of time. Like, you don't have to pay for it if they can't do it. Like, you just say, can you color match this? Give it a shot. It's worth a try. Beginning of a journey or venture. Yeah, I love the Fool for that. Yeah, fresh new paint on your bedroom. I love that. You're not going to want to put posters on the wall because you're going to be like, I love it the way it is. Yeah, perfect. I'm on the second color. Okay. Have you tried finding the hex code on Pinterest? Oh, never thought about that. Do they use though? I guess hex code is a hex code, so it would work for paint. In the UK, we can get that done by taking in a button. Ooh, that's small, hey? That's pretty cool. I love it. You know what? This has been so much fun hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you coming to my channel and hanging out. And thanks, Trish, for always being here, pulling cards for us, being generous with her time. Appreciate you. Love you all. But I'm going to go chill out, take the dog for a little walkie, a little limp on 3 legs. Hopefully he'll heal up quick soon. And I'll be here next Thursday night for Tarot After Dark again. Also for Tarot Tuesday, but for some of you, the time zone might be weird. Usually it's 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's where I am. Let's see. Good seeing you. Thank you. Yes, I am too. Keep us posted on if you get your room painted the color you want. Enjoy the goes. Love it. Love being here. Have a great weekend. Thank you. You too. Have fun with your cards. Keep us posted. I love playing tarot. All right, everyone. Peace out.